It's me again. The reason why I'm doing this channel is like Felisa. So, a lot of it has to do with my bipolar experiences. I want to be the other side. You know, people with bipolar get a bad rap because they act crazy, or they think they're crazy people, or I don't know. It's very heart-wrenching for the person going through it. I remember when I was first diagnosed, I was in the hospital. Never seen the psychiatrist. Supposedly he was evaluating me. And when I came out, I was so doped up on medication, I didn't know who I was. And that lasted for years. Gotta understand, people with bipolar, they go through a lot. I know with me, a lot of my problem was I held my emotions inside. And then I had triggers. Now I know how to control the triggers. And I know what my triggers are. One of my main triggers is not to let people around you bother you. That was a tough one for me because I took everything inward. I took everything into myself. I'm very non-confrontational. At all. I don't confront people at all. Unless it's necessary. But when I'm manic, my triggers, I want to say take over. But I think what happens is I get angry and rageful. Because for 20 years, I had a tax business. Ran it myself. Started it myself. Diagnosed bipolar. 2009. I lost everything. Angry? Yes. Then doing taxes, I do my own taxes. Okay. 2015, I'm doing my taxes, and guess what I had to write down? What's your occupation? Disabled. Really? Angry? Yes. I lost a lot. And with bipolars, if you had the real bipolar, you lost a lot too. My close friends stayed by me. Thank God for them. I haven't met a new friend. Thank God for her. Thank God for my family. But it was a hell of a ride. First of all, they medicate you. I believe they over-medicate you. Because when you're manic, when I'm manic, I run on adrenaline. Sometimes I go manic for 2 months. And everything that's built in me for 2 years comes out. And believe me, it spews out. But bipolar people hurt. They hurt inside. There's trauma inside. You know, I think the best way to help people with bipolar is just to ask them, what happened? Plain and simple. What happened to you? In 2009, if somebody would have just asked me that. But nobody asked Lisa what happened. All I know is I was thrown in a mental institution. I woke up very alone. Knew I didn't belong there. Angry? Yep. I raised 2 excellent children. put my heart and soul in them, put my heart and soul in my tax business. Everything I do, I put my heart and soul into. And then to be labeled bipolar, I have a chemical imbalance in my brain. Did anybody come to realize it was stress and a mental breakdown? Which I think happens to a lot of people. A lot of people. Not just me. Bipolar people are smart, intelligent. They're capable of achieving great things. But I know from experience, walking into that psychiatrist's office every month. And when I started with a county psychiatrist. That was embarrassing. And they didn't care about you either because they weren't there for the people or they weren't getting paid enough. It was the county. So here I am. Medicine after medicine. That's my doggy Angel. Medicine after medicine. Mood stabilizers after mood stabilizers. Antidepressants. Anti-anxiety pills. No wonder. No wonder. You got to look at it our side. We're not bad people. We're not. No, we just don't know how to control our emotions. I was rejected a lot growing up. I was hurt a lot growing up. And I carried all that with me. I'm the kindest person you'd ever want to meet. A heart of gold. But when I was diagnosed bipolar, all that left. When you're diagnosed bipolar, you lose your identity. You don't know who you are anymore. People walking around you, they get to act, to do whatever they want to do, and you're the one medicated. You're looking around the table thinking, how come they're not on medication? And then I get to the point, well, I take medication, I'm taking medication for 2 years, and then I just want to be normal. I don't want to take these pills. At one point, I was taking pills at 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, at night, 8 o'clock at night, and 10 o'clock at night. Around the clock, I was just taking pills that were prescribed by doctors. They don't know what they do to people. Psychiatrists don't know what they do to people. Some of the psychiatrists are really good. Some of them really care. But you got psychiatrists out there that really don't care. And I know with me going with the doctors, you go to your family you go to a new doctor, a family physician even, and you just have to tell them what medications you take, and you give them your list of meds. And I said, what are you being treated with? Bipolar. Right then and there, they shut off, and whatever you have to say, void. And people get very judgmental when it comes to bipolar. They're very quick to judge. They're very quick to criticize. But life goes on. Do I still take meds today? Yes. But I've learned to realize that bipolar is not my identity. I had to separate myself from the bipolar. I hated to be labeled. I wouldn't go out in public because I had 300 tax clients. Some of them came back for years on end. I'd run into them one of the stores after all this happened to me. I'd run into them, one of them into the store. Oh, how you doing? What have you been up to since you're done not doing taxes? What was I supposed to tell them? Well, geez, I was diagnosed bipolar, and I've been taking all these meds, and I don't know, one day from the next, and I walk around like an empty shell, and people saw a difference in me. People thought I was crazy. People stopped talking to me. People believed everything, the other things other people said. Never came and asked me. Now let me tell you, when I'm manic, I'm not a nice person. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the person I'm sitting here. Yes, I still take meds. But I don't take as many anymore. I take some in the morning and most of them at night now. So I don't take them out throughout the day now. I started smoking medical marijuana. That helped. You can't get it for bipolar. But you can't get it for anxiety and depression. When I started smoking that, my anxiety went away. If you get the right strain, it'll work for you. I also learned what my triggers were. And I always go by the guidance of God. God's got me this far. I don't know where it'll lead next. All I know is anybody who has bipolar out there, you have a voice now. And it's me. I went through, since 2009 till 2022, I've been dealing with bipolar. I could tell you stories. And I will. Because this is the real me now. The first time I was manic, I wanted to go down to the courthouse. And I was supposed to meet somebody down there. Well, I was manic. I was full of adrenaline, and there was anger, and there was hostility, and there was rage, and there was everything built up to me at this one point, and I just wanted to talk to this lady. So I didn't walk through the metal detector. I walked right next to it because I didn't even think of this. I just walked right through here because I was waiting to see the person waiting for me over there. Well, I get through this part, and this lady security guard come over, and she went to stop me. And remember, I'm full of rage and adrenaline and frustration, hostility. I mean, anyway, she tried to take me down, and she couldn't. It took 5 guards to take me down. I was 92 pounds. I remember my daughter walking in at that point, and she says, "Oh no, Mommy." My now son-in-law's best friend was there. He's seen it. He went and told my son-in-law, "Boy, you better watch out for her." But I was just so, ooh. And I think when I was down fighting to get back up, I was fighting for everybody who's been dealing with this nonsense. But anyway, Yeah, it took 5 guards to take me down. And they put me in this nice little jail cell in the back of the courthouse. I really liked it. Red and black. This was good. The jail set had black bars, and the floor was red carpeting. They asked me, did I need anything? Because they were really nice to me after that, because they knew I didn't need any harm. Once they handcuffed me and got me back there, they took the handcuffs off and they set me in there. They didn't close the door, and they asked me if I needed anything, and the only thing I wanted was a glass of water. And I was totally calm. I never did get to see the lady I wanted to go see, though. But I did get in trouble. I had to go to court over that one. Aggravated assault charges, felony, misdemeanor, fines. Anyway, I was scared to death over that because this happened in maybe October of 2009, and the hearing wasn't until February 2010. And it just happened to be during tax season, number one, the court hearing. So it was in the newspaper. Then it had in the newspaper that I was in trouble for an aggravated assault. I was charged with a simple assault. So what wound up happening is I had to pay a $1,700 fine. I had to go through counseling for 3 months. And I was good to go. I had a probation officer. I let them know right away I smoked pot. I was honest with it. I didn't hide it. I never once got drug tested. Yeah. But once my fine was paid off, I was good to go. And it was considered an ARD, so it's not on my record. Doesn't matter now, I just told you. Anyway, I think we'll stop right there. On a good note. Yeah, there is happiness in bipolar, and I'll bring that out in you all. No, bipolar isn't as bad as everybody thinks it is. You gotta look at it our side. And I want to be that voice for the people on that side. You have any questions, comments? Leave them below. Like and subscribe. And I will talk to you soon. Until then, God bless you, all you bipolars out there.